Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Listen, on this show, I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen with Bitcoin over the next few years. You know, a lot of people say they think they're going to make it illegal. They think they're going to bring out some sort of a Fed coin or whatever. I don't think they're going to make Bitcoin illegal. Now, I'm speaking mostly about the United States, but the United States is the center for financial activity for the entire world. I don't think they're going to be able to stop Bitcoin either. You know, Jamie Dimon from he's the he works in the J.P. Morgan Bank, you know, and he a while ago, several times now actually, he's come out really hard against Bitcoin. He doesn't like it. You know, none of the bankers do, but an awful lot of them are not vocal about it. They don't say nothing much, but they're really scared of it. They don't like it. It's because it can make people their own bank. We never had a technology like this before. This can take the power away from the bankers and the banking system. But they're already losing power. And the people are starting to hate them more and more all the time, you know, especially the central banks. I've never seen such hatred in my life as there is right now amongst the public for central banks, you know? So, getting back to the subject matter, what I was talking about, what's going to happen with Bitcoin? I don't think they're going to be able to get rid of it. It's too far entrenched into the system now. I mean, it's almost like this virus that's out there right now, you know, how it's entrenched itself into the system. And the only thing that we can hope for is either a vaccine or herd immunity with the virus. But Bitcoin's the same way. Now it's entrenched itself into the system, and I don't think they can get rid of it. It's worldwide. It's a worldwide phenomenon. But I'll tell you what I think they're going to do. I think once Bitcoin hits a certain point, probably a market cap in the trillions. And I'm serious when I said that. But you know, when it made it up to $20,000, not that long ago, was it 2017? Bitcoin price, you know, the market cap was like 750 billion. That's almost up to the first trillion. It's getting up there. The market cap of the cryptocurrency industry was getting up the best part of a trillion, 1 trillion. I think eventually it's going to be in the trillions. And probably not that long into the future from now. You know, the way they're printing money, the way the Fed's gone on a rampage. And being as they can't get rid of Bitcoin, you know, and it starts to get into the trillions of market cap, and they can't get rid of it, I'll tell you what I think they're going to do. And, of course, I've said this before on previous shows, but it's been a while since I've said this, and I think it even more than when I said it back then. I think it's more true and more applies now, what they're going to do. If you can't beat them, join them. That's the old saying, right? And if they can't beat the cryptocurrencies, instead of making them illegal, I think they're going to try to control them. And I'll tell you exactly how I think they're going to do it. I think what they're going to do is they're going to make the Bitcoin blockchain database their database. So they're basically, it's easy to do. I mean, I could download the blockchain on my computer for Bitcoin. Every transaction that's ever happened since the beginning of Bitcoin is recorded on the blockchain. All the transactions are there. So basically, all they need is a government computer, download the blockchain on there, and then they can start the work of sorting it out. Just like a giant jigsaw puzzle. You know how you do the outer pieces first, you know, and then you keep nailing it down until you got one piece left, and it's easy to find by the process of elimination. It's easy to find where the final pieces go. So what they'll be working at is trying to solve linking people with those long Bitcoin addresses. That's what they're going to be trying to do. But also at the same time, what they want to do is from that point forward, after they download the database of all the transactions that's ever occurred, from that point forward, they want to link wallet addresses with the person. So in the wallets that we have now, you can the address is not linked to you. You can get any number of different addresses, and those addresses, and all of the Bitcoin transactions in the blockchain database, the addresses in there are not linked to you. Like, it doesn't give the Bitcoin address, it just gives the Bitcoin address. It doesn't say it's John Doe. It doesn't link it to you. All they got to do is just very simple. Make a government wallet that holds Bitcoin or any of these other coins. Maybe it'll be a wallet that'll hold a dozen different coins, like, popular coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin and Litecoin and all the top coins. Make a wallet that holds them. And the wallet would only have one wallet address that would be permanently assigned to that particular wallet. And then for you to get the government wallet that holds your coins, you would have to go to a government website, download the wallet from the government, install it on your computer, and then to activate the wallet, you would have to give them your personal details. It'd be a simple 5-minute process, can be done online. Give them your personal details, your social number, and your address and your name and your age and your sex and all the things that they ask you, Give them all your personal details, and then you download the wallet, you install it on your computer, and then you're assigned an address. One address for all of your different wallets. And you use that address the rest of your life. And then all they have to do then from that point forward, for any citizen, is enter your wallet address into the computer on the blockchain database, and it instantly pulls up every transaction you ever make on every coin that you use. And this, my dear friends, if they do it, will make Bitcoin, instead of being something that is able to, that's like, right now it's like the Wild West, People are able to hold their money there, but if they did this would tame Bitcoin. This would make the Bitcoin into a government tool. This would make Bitcoin into Fedcoin. Because they would have such instantaneous verification of all your transactions worldwide by turning Bitcoin around and making it into their tool, that they could see where you're spending money, any place, anytime. If you bought a piece of bubble gum, they would know. They could even do your taxes for you, because they'd know exactly how much money went into your Bitcoin wallet every year, just by entering your wallet address into the computer and all of the transactions. And in fact, they could have your wallet address could be in some sort of a little RFD device, and they could insert that into your skin or whatever, and you wouldn't even need to carry a wallet anymore, because you'd have your wallet with you all the time with your wallet address on it. These new RFD type devices and stuff. They could have it right in your forehead, and they could scan your forehead or on your wrist. They could turn Bitcoin into a monster that if they wanted to switch your wallet address off, you would starve to death. Because the whole world would be all Bitcoin transactions. This is what they could turn Bitcoin into. And like I've said, that this is probably the direction that they're going to move in. Because when they can't beat Bitcoin, when they realize that they can't beat it, they're gonna probably use it for their own purposes. All it takes is a little change to the whole thing. And here's the thing. Right now, it's like the old West. People are storing Bitcoin away, If that were to happen and the world were to start using Bitcoin as a universal money, well then, the Bitcoin price would have to be in the millions. And right now, we're still in the early adopter phase right now, because a person can still, an average citizen can still go out and buy like a half a Bitcoin or a third of a Bitcoin. These days would be coming, if this happens, like I'm talking about. These days would be coming in the not too distant future, where the average working person out there could never afford even a quarter of a Bitcoin. Only a rich person could be able to afford that much. Most people in their Bitcoin accounts will have like 0.001, you know, and they will have had to work very hard for a very long time to get that much. If this starts to be utilized around the whole world. But at the same time, like I say, none of your transactions then at that point, once wallet addresses are assigned, then and that number links the wallet to you. In other words, you cannot make a Bitcoin purchase anywhere on earth unless you use your number, and your number is assigned to you. Once they do that, it's over, man. It's over. You then are in their database, and you can't make a transaction without them being able to see it and verify that you made it. Okay, listen, thank you guys for listening. I just wanted to tell you what I think they're going to actually do with Bitcoin, because it just seems to me to be following a logical line of progression. And I could see where they could actually do that. All they would have to do is assign you a wallet address. It's just that's the only step between us and what I'm talking about is assigning wallet addresses, and then making all the unverified wallet addresses illegal, making some sort of a wallet where unverified wallet addresses just don't work. I'm not a code writer for Bitcoin or anything, but I could see that it's feasible that they could make a wallet like that works like that. Bye-bye, guys.